to the pilot episode.
Yeah, it's a pilot episode. It's a spinoff.
Spinoff pilot episode.
Yeah, it's a spinoff because, like I was saying, like I put on social media there, I put a spinoff like.
I didn't. Well, I don't know no spinoffs. My generation doesn't do spinoffs. We either the show keeps going or we cancel it and you never see it again.
Mm. Or somebody's, the guy that's in charge of the seat and shit, like Nickelodeon.
And I wasn't into that. That's why I didn't really know anything about him.
Yeah, fat guy. He was everywhere. He was in one of my favorite movies. He was in one of my favorite movies is Better Off Dead. And I haven't shown you that, have I?
No.
Better Off Dead. It's got John Cusack. It's got the guy Booger from the Nerds. But yeah, that movie was one of my favorites. He was a neighbor. I think his name was Ricky. He was a fat kid, and they had his mom got he got a French exchange student came over, and she couldn't stand him, and it was just funny because he was just a fat kid neighbor and dork, and he had a good. And I'll put in the little clips here. I'll put a little picture. I'll put a little clip of him dancing and shit. He's getting into it. He gets into his dance, and it's good though. But I'll show it to you. But Better Off Dead, he's that fat kid, the Nickelodeon guy, right? He was
Dan Schneider.
Schneider, yeah, he was the guy in charge of all that shit, right? Like,
yeah, he was
the shows and stuff.
The realistic shows.
Yeah. But anyway, so that but spinoffs. Anyway, so this is gonna be a spinoff. 52, if you remember the 52. I did the 52 with a lot of we had a lot of people, a lot of members of the 52 come in and out, and it was something I was doing. Like I always said, it was something I was doing for me to record. It's like a time capsule for Dylan. Yeah. So when he's older, and when I'm older and I can't, I'm retarded or something, and I'm old, he can still go back and look at it. And we can talk about the topics that were going on with the time capsule. So he can go back and see what was going on back in 2020 or 2021, whatever. And he can go back, or we can go back together and kind of reminisce. Instead of like, it's like a virtual scrapbook kind of, like scrapbooking, but it's just so we can have it. But the reason for the show, and like I said, the 52, we used to do it a long time ago. We've been at it. I've been doing it for a while. But just with life and things get in the way, and working constantly gets in the way, and so we want to do something else.
Yeah.
Do something else. So we do it together, father and son kind of thing. So now the 52 is a spinoff. It's called Now We're the 52. What was it? What did I say it was? I already forgot. Good Talk Son.
Good Talk Son.
Good Talk Son. And that stems from, the Good Talk comes from Family Vacation, the first Family Vacation, the National Lampoon's Family Vacation, where they go to Wally World. And the reason why that movie stuck with me so much through my whole life was because of John Hughes. John Hughes was a big part of my growing up. That, again, like I always said before in the other episodes, TV was always my babysitter, and that took care of me. So growing up, John Hughes movies, I was raised on them. So this is a John Hughes movie that he wrote. He was what you call it? He in '83. It came out in '83, but he wrote it back in the day when he was younger. It's called Vacation '85, and it was from the perspective of the son. And they were supposed to go to Disneyland, and it took a darker turn the way he wrote it. And they went to Walt Disney and they shot Walt Disney in the leg. But when they redid it, they brought it back and they redid it. John Hughes rewrote it, and they took it from the perspective of the dad, which is Clark Griswold, which we all love. He's a father. He's America's father, Clark Griswold, and Chevy Chase. And then they brought Harold Ramis in to direct it. And Harold Ramis is, one of the Ghostbusters. You know what Harold Ramis is?
No, but I know Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Well, he's the guy with the glasses. And he's the scientist guy. All right. But anyway, that show, that moment of on the vacation where they're going to Wally World, they're in the desert, and him and Russ are sitting together, and they're sharing a beer. It's a father-son moment, and it's that kind of stuck out to me. So I was like, well, he went, and then Dylan, well, you wanted to do this, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so you wanted to. He just asked me if we wanted to do this, and I figured, with a lot of changes I've had in my career, and things have changed, and I got more time at home now, and we got the weekends now, so this was our time to kind of catch up, get to know each other again. Like I know my son, but to get to know each other on like a friendship level, like just to so I can show him what I know about movies, and he tells me about things, and then he showed me a lot of, and we'll get into all that here, but that's the whole purpose of this. It's the 52 still, but eventually we'll change it over to Good Talk Son. But this is the whole thing with me and him. So I don't know what else. What do you got?
I mean, spinoffs, they get more popularity than the original show sometimes.
Yes. Oh, you know which one was it? They sucked real bad on. You never watched it. I know you don't watch it, but Saved by the Bell. And then the cast, they had the college years. I guess that was a spin-off. I guess you could say it was a spin-off.
It was kind of a. I mean,
yeah, the college years. They went to college, and I wish they would have got rid of Screech because I hated Screech. Screech was the worst character ever. I'm a big fan of Screech. Who was, you know?
Like I said, spin-offs are just. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. But this one will make it. I think they will, because what other podcast do you know that does a father-son like this? Where I'm pretty young. I mean, I'm 18, and usually, you know what? I haven't really seen father-son podcasts at all. They don't do that.
Yeah, and the thing, the thing that got me is like the reason why it's kind of sparked when you asked me to do it, and the thing is to take a Sunday. Sundays are usually we don't really do much on Sundays. We kind of just lay around and do laundry and shit like that. Podcast.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's called Creepcast. With the thing about it, like you said TV raised you, but for me, the internet raised me.
Mm-hmm.
Not obviously raised me, but enough to. I know some things on the internet that you don't, just like how I don't know some of the stuff you do.
Because mine was TV, so...
Yeah. And mine, the thing is with the internet, I think, is because it sparks off, because you're like, okay, I'm going to watch this thing. Oh, what's this? And then you just... It's like a big tree, like a big old tree where branches keep going off and off.
Right.
And that's one of them, because it's two people named... Meat Canyon, which is an animation YouTuber, which I've showed you some of his stuff before.
For sure.
And another one called Windigoon, who is another great YouTuber, does long, deep dives into certain things, certain topics. And I've showed you his videos before. And they do a podcast called Creepcast, where they read old internet stories of horror media that I remember back when I was like 8 years old, when when I probably shouldn't have been on the internet, but
Well, yeah, that was on me because we gave you a tablet too early, and back then that's the thing, is just like, I'm Gen X and you're the Gen Z. So Gen X, we were raised. Most of our generation was raised on TV, like I say, MTV, pop culture. Listening to the radio, staying up late, and watching. For me, it was watching basic cable, watching HBO till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, Cinemax, all that stuff. So. And so I, me, not, I was a parent that is like, the kid goes to school all week, you want to let him relax, let him enjoy a little, back then we didn't know the dangers of the tablet and all that bullshit, what it was going to do, and now you got the tablet generation, because even like when I was teaching art to the students I had, they were from that same generation, they were about the same age as you were, so they all had that thing where they were, like the zombie tablets, the tablet zombies, and they were, with the TVs, they were like, in order to get their attention, I had to turn the TV off, and they were like, oh, they would break the zombie thing. But anyway, it's not a bad thing. It's just us parents, Gen X parents, I think we see no harm, no foul, because we were raised on TV, we played video games, and we still function. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's a limit to it. I mean, the new generation, the generation beta, which is terrible thing to call someone, a beta, but generation beta, there's a strict line to it, because for you, you would say, no more tablet time, or no more TV, and then, I'd do it, and then I'd go play with a toy, because, because Gen Z, or at least my age of Gen Z, the 18 and 19-year-olds, they still had toys, at least, because you still introduced me to that before the tablets and internet really came in, because when I was born, there's still, you couldn't really do a lot on a phone or anything like that, or a tablet. So I was still playing with stuff, but this generation, some of the parents are, they're kind of lazy. They just give the kid the tablet from birth, really, and just let them be on it all day, all night, and just don't take it away from them, or give them something to do. And I think that's a bad image on, because some older people, like some of your generation, say, they mix in Gen Alpha with Gen Z, and I don't think that's right.
Yeah, for me, it's like you can have. I like to have a little bit. You play hard and you work hard. You work hard, you get to play hard. You get to relax. So that's what we were trying to do as you were growing up. You went to school. We give you that time alone to where you could play with your tablet and stuff. Because I knew that stuff was fun. I know people. It was new at the time. It was a new thing, and And so now we look back and say, oh, we should have done it so much, could have cut back here and there. But you don't think about that. But anyway, neither here nor there. The whole point of this is you didn't watch shows, you watch, it's even like now, like I come in here, you're not watching TV, you're on YouTube. You're watching YouTube, so it's different for me because I want to show you, TV shows, and it's like, not that it's not a big deal, we're just saying it's just, but you have your shows that you watch on, and I get it because there's certain things that I watch on TikTok or something like that there's a guy that does Chinese buffets, and his thing is I'm gonna eat at every Chinese buffet until I get sick, until I get food poisoning. And it's like a little show, it's like a mini TV show, and you look to see his next episode, where he's going, what the place has, and what the Chinese buffet is offering, and the guy's very interesting. But that's what I'm saying is that now that the TV is not. There's not many TV shows that I watch on the television, the series. I can't find anything that's that good. So again, I understand the internet is there and there is shows on there that it's many little TV shows, and like I said, even my attention span is quick too. So that's why I don't shit too much on the young generation with, their attention spans are short. Well, mine is too, because if it doesn't interest me within the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I'm out. I'm going to the next thing, and then TikTok didn't help me with that. So now when there's things that are interesting. And they last 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and that's great for me because it's enough for me to get it. And then I'm waiting for the next little clip that he's got or whatever. But anyway, yeah. So.
Because, because YouTube and stuff like that. Because I know I hear you guys all the time while I'm in here saying, oh, there's nothing to watch today, or we only got something to watch on Wednesday or Tuesday, and it's just like when you're watching YouTube or really just YouTube, you're like, oh, this person didn't upload, or they don't have something that I'm interested in. Let me go watch this other person. Or, the thing I think about as well, I rewatch things. I don't stop rewatching certain content, like certain videos. Like I know every line, or I know the jokes that are coming next, but it's still funny to me, and I still rewatch it over and over and over again if I can't find anything to watch. And I don't see you guys do that a lot.
Like rewatch what?
Just rewatch movies or TV shows. I know you watch older movies. Yeah. But when it comes to like newer stuff, or just shows that you've watched recently, you don't go back for it.
And it's like The Bear, because you always make fun of The Bear. And it's like The Bear. I watched it. The first season was great. Second season was third season was but this last season was really good. But the thing is, they're not good enough for me to go back and watch. I'll never go back and watch The Bear again. I'll never go back and see it again. It was okay. It was like I said, the first season was the best, and it was just interesting. It kept me locked in and kept me focused because it was so intense the way they shot the show. It was fast-paced, moving show, but then the second season it got too I don't know. They went too into the side characters and shit. Anyway, but The Bear, I don't watch I won't rewatch a series. Movie I'll watch over and over again. Just like all the John Hughes movies, I'll watch those over and over again. Like Pretty in Pink, The Breakfast Club, all these movies I'll rewatch them over and over again.
That's not what I heard.
What?
Because of a certain someone in the movies.
Oh, Molly Ringwald, yeah. she's terrible, but then back then, it was part of our childhood, and even Jennifer, she loves it too, man. She loves those movies, and we can watch those movies. We could put Breakfast Club on and put it in the background. It's there while we're doing our daily chores or whatever it is. But something like that's always, the movie's always going on like that. That's stuck with us. But
you say about attention. Attention span. When I watch something or I put something on because I think I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna be on my phone or I'm gonna do something. But then I actually, when I'm listening more than I am not listening, like letting it be background noise, and then I end up just watching it entirely, or just enjoying it more. And because like the Iron Claw, that's a movie that we saw that in theaters, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that movie was good. Watching it in theaters, I think watching movies in theaters are kind of like mixed. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's nice to watch it in theaters. Sometimes you just want to watch it at home so you can say something or think in something. Because I like watching stuff and being able to say something or react to it. And that's another thing with YouTube. That's why I can't watch things by myself, I think. Because grew up on YouTube watching reaction videos, like people reacting to videos, making jokes on the video that they're reacting to, pausing, talking about something, and watching the video. And that's what you guys do in there.
Oh yeah.
You pause the movie, you talk about something, or talk about an actor.
Yeah, we'll talk shit about an actor, or we'll deep dive on that actor, or where's that one from? I've seen that. Yeah. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
And I like that. I like to know. It gets me to know things, and it's like a fun fact. And I can go back to that movie and it's like, oh, my dad said this about this, or my mom said this about this. But watching it by myself is just like, it's gonna be a good movie. I know it will, or it could be an interesting movie, but I don't know the facts, or I want to know something just for fun.
Yeah.
Or, sometimes I just sit there and just go, that's funny, or I make a small little bit to myself just so I can make it more entertaining than it already is.
No, I know. For me, it's just like you said that we're watching movies. I like watching movies at home. It's not. I like going to the movie theater, but it gets to the point where I don't like dealing with the people too much. I like staying at home. I like to enjoy my snacks, and if I want to, it's like anybody else. You want to use the restroom, you pause to go to the restroom. You don't miss nothing. Because we went to the movies recently. We've been going to the movies, quite a bit lately. We went to see Toy Story 5. We went to go see the new Jackass. The new Jackass was okay. It's like you said, it was a best of kind of thing. It's like they gave you some of the flashbacks to some of the better bits, and then you got the new stuff, the new stuff was kind of edgy. It was pretty cool, but it wasn't like, it's because Johnny's not doing it. Johnny and like Bam were the guys that did the most dangerous shit and the most outlandish stuff. So
and Ryan,
well, of course Ryan Dunn, but like Johnny's not doing it anymore because I guess I saw him on Joe Rogan before he was doing right before Johnny did Fear Factor, and he went on to promote Fear Factor and then Jackass as well. But he was just saying, it's like that last hit he took from that bull that he was done. He said he couldn't do that stuff anymore. He wasn't able to do that stuff anymore. He had to take a few months off because he got a real deep depression. He couldn't function, and his head was all screwed up. So him not being able to do stunts, he was the one that did the most outlandish stuff. So him not doing it, just the new people they have, they're okay. It's just they're not them.
They're not gonna risk.
They're not as big as risk takers as Johnny is, or Bam is. They would take chances.
Because like Mom said, only that one girl didn't do anything in the movie.
Nah, that one, the new chick they have, she did the last Jackass. She did the scorpion lip or whatever. She did the scorpion stunner lip or whatever. But yeah, so we went to the movies a lot.
We saw Scary Movie 5. Don't forget that too.
Yeah, that was bad. I didn't enjoy that. I thought, I don't know. I was expecting more because those guys are funny. The Wayans families, they always have good hits, good movies. But that one just kind of fell flat, and it was just like you knew the punchline already before it came. You already knew where the joke was going before it got there, and it was just like, it's kind of, It was just all right. It was fine. It was whatever.
I mean, I watched the.
It was just for nostalgia purposes, just kind of just to see them old as shit now. What?
I watched the old scary movies, and I watched this one, and I still think the jokes landed. I think, to me, for some of them, and I feel like this one you guys didn't like the most. I feel because you had to watch some movies to get some of the references of the jokes because they reference Sinners, they reference Get Out, they reference movies that
I don't care for, because I don't like Key and Peele. They can suck my ass. I don't like. We've been to the movies, like I said. We saw the Scary Movie 5, Jackass, Toy Story. That was good. Toy Story was good. It was nice because again, it's this thing what we're just talking about right now with the technology and playing with your toys. You gotta find that fine balance, man. You can do both, like being on a tablet or whatever, but you gotta find that balance to where you can interact with both of them. I mean, it's just so because I was from the generation Gen X, of course. I was from where you played with toys. You didn't have there was no technology, there was no games. The only thing I had was that football game. It was like little dots. You played football and you had like 2 buttons and you played football and it was just like up and down a little dot like that. Well, it was a little handheld game.
Well, I think for the older, the Atari.
Yeah.
Those were just dots or just like little stickman guys, and you still had to use your imagination.
You did, because you still had to pretend, my guy's going to look like this or whatever the case may be. But yeah, Toy Story 5 I really enjoyed because the technology came together with the imagination where you have to use them both. And it was good. It was a good movie, like I said. It was more directed towards the ladies, girl thing. But it was fun anyway, like I said. Woody had the bald spot. That was great. It was all good. It was cool because it made, it just because what I go through now, where I'm older. I'm almost November. I'll be 50, and now it's in the middle. Midlife crisis. But I don't have a crisis. But you get older and you see. It's okay to get older. It's okay to get the bald spot. It's okay. It's wisdom. It's wear and tear on the body there. But that I enjoy that. Like I said, it's not. You can make fun of me. It doesn't bother me. I don't care because I am getting older. But I enjoy it. And then I've been trying to get you to watch this, but you won't watch it because you don't watch movies by yourself. So I was trying to get you to watch. It's an A24 movie, and I figured because you're all about that shit, right? A24.
Well, not anymore. But they're getting into AI. They're not gonna let humans do their job, and they're gonna let AI make horror movies. But beforehand, I was giving them a try. You guys weren't big fans anytime.
I wasn't a fan, but this movie, The Undertone, was pretty good. It was about a girl doing podcasting and stuff. It's a creepy movie, and like I said. It's that thing again, like you said, and I was like, I'll just put this on and see what it's like. And then we got into it, so me and Jennifer watched that. It was, gotta say the cast, I don't know what movie makers are doing nowadays, but they don't cast. Back in the day when I was a kid, movies had attractive people. Now people aren't as attractive in the movies. They just make them kind of, don't make the movies too real. Like you're making the movies too real where the people are hideous too. I just don't like that. I don't like the and that's just me being a dumbass talking shit. But
some people I understand, but to me, I've said this before to you when it's just me and you, that for me, and I don't know if this goes for anyone else in my generation, but we just
you don't look at that shit.
No, to you, they might be ugly, but to me, they just look average or not too bad. Because. I mean, even back then, you said some actors that were supposed to be pretty were hideous, but still, to me, they didn't look too bad because I didn't see the flaws, or I just didn't look. I mean, obviously, if I looked close enough, I'd see, but that's a lot of work just to say someone's ugly. I think.
No, I'm not. We're not saying they're ugly, and it's not an insult. It's just that thing where movies and things in Hollywood, old Hollywood, you always had to be attractive to be on TV. You got to be attractive to be behind, to be on camera and on set. You got to be gorgeous, and so that's what we're used to. So it's ingrained in us that you got to be having attractive people on TV to sex sells. So that's what you're trying to say. So, but anyway, this movie Undertone, it's a podcaster and they're talking about a folklore, some kind of folklore that's her friend. They do it on together. He's in I think he's in England or something, and she's here in America, and they're doing a podcast together. And he brings this story up, and it's really good. I don't want to ruin the whole damn thing, but anyway, if you get a chance to check it out, it's Undertone. It's because we saw it on HBO Max, and the mom character in that movie is really creepy. She's I guess you could say she's not alive. She's there. She's just kind of laying there. Anyway, she lays there the whole movie, but anyway, you gotta check that out. Like I said, I want you to look at it because I want you to check it out, see what you think, and then we usually don't. We don't like Apple TV. Like I said, we tried it before. We tried it again. We're giving it another shot. Now that we're fancy now, we got new Wi-Fi. We got fiber optic Wi-Fi again. We live in the sticks, so now we have our Wi-Fi can keep up.
The thing is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing, I guess. And it was a good thing for last night. Last night we loaded up on pizza and snacks and shit. And we sat down and watched the UFC last night, and
I had to beg them to watch the prelims. They don't do that. They don't like the prospects, or maybe there's something good coming up in the fight. And there were some good fights.
There was some good stuff. There was some good stuff.
There was only 2 decisions the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think in the prelims there's always a knockout or a TKO.
It was good. Like I said, I'm just grateful that we have a personality back again, which is Paddy Pimblin. He's I've always loved that guy since the first time I saw him. I saw him on a wing eating challenge with the Beard Meats Food guy on YouTube. Again, YouTube. I got a lot of TV shows on YouTube now with the Beard Meats Food, and that's where I saw Paddy. You could see his personality come through on that show, and he was being himself. And that's a big part for me. Is like to get into a fighter is just like what's he like? I just like to see how they are as a person. He's a good person, a good guy. But to see him win last night was good, man. The way he won was fast, quick. choked the guy out. It was fast. It was Conor. You know, I was looking forward to that big fight with Max Holloway, but it didn't pan out the way we thought it was gonna pan out. It was
very
it was
depressing.
a bust. Yeah, it was a bust, man. But the positive thing and the upside of the whole thing was the Wi-Fi kept up, didn't freeze, didn't lock up or anything, and I was grateful for that. I was grateful for the. What I was getting at earlier was Apple TV, and the thing that I want you to watch too. Again, you haven't watched it. Is Cape Fear. Cape Fear is a really good. I didn't think I was gonna get into the series. It's one of those things you put it on and say, screw it, I'm gonna try it. We've been doing this lately. Cape Fear is one of them that we on Apple TV, and the other thing on Apple TV that we said that we were just sitting there. It was a Saturday or a Sunday evening, and we were just like, I'm just gonna put this Project Hail Mary on. I'm not even gonna give it a chance. I'm just gonna put it on. And
well, it wasn't us. It was you.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I think for him, if the movie didn't automatically play, he wouldn't have watched it.
That's true. It just started playing, and I'm always a sucker for space. Like I love space movies. I like, those things.
2001.
Yeah, and it's just movies like that catch you. What was the other one too that Adam Driver, the one we were just talking about last night? 65. 65. Like movies like that. I'm trying to think of the other movies that got me. Like the last, since you don't know this from the back in the '80s, the Last Starfighter, movies like that that are, I don't know, just
that weren't like Star Wars.
No, because Star Wars is just it's a classic and whatever. But there's I like other offshoots of these movies. But anyway, this movie, I was really surprised and I enjoyed it, man.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. He, what you call it? Yeah, I enjoyed his acting, man. Like I said, I know I've seen him in Remember the Titans, where he's a buffoon and shit like that. And he was silly. He was a young kid, and he's been in a shit ton of movies. Was it Hollywood or La La Land or whatever?
Yeah,
he's been in a ton of movies. You know, all these iconic movies. But I had never seen him in a serious. This was a serious role, and this is the first time I paid attention to him. And man, it was a great movie, man. It was about space and the little space guy he met, Rocky, and it was just. It was really cool story, man. I really enjoyed it. I liked the way it was shot. I liked the way it looked. I don't know. It really sucked me in. And I wasn't gonna buy into it because I was like, just whatever. I'm not a Ryan Gosling guy. I don't really care for his movies. But
the thing is, it was serious, but it was also funny.
Yeah,
and not a lot of people do that, right?
Yeah, they don't give it enough. You can give me a little comedy and make it a little lightheartedness and a little, but it was good. Project Hail Mary was really good, man. I enjoyed that. And I'm glad we got to watch that together because
I like space too.
Yeah.
And
we rarely get to watch movies because, like I said, we're always busy. I'm always working. But now that we kind of slow down, we can watch movies.
It's more of you guys watch, your housewives and your Big Brothers.
Big Brothers, good. Big Brothers back. Housewives. Yeah, man. I love the drama, man, because those things are just. It's instant entertainment. It's just it's guilt. It's that guilty pleasure thing. I know it's just I enjoy those things and drama and cussing each other out and slapping somebody. It's just good shit, man.
Well, the thing is your drama. I think your drama and my drama are different because my drama is real and yours is semi-real. Because because you're no way the producer isn't telling them. Get a little angry at her.
Yeah, or have this person show up. I get it. It's just.
And they're always sitting at dinner. They're never doing anything interesting. It's always like a few minutes of them walking around or doing something outside the house, and then the rest of the hour or 45 minutes is them sitting at the table arguing with each other or drinking.
Yeah.
It's just do something.
Yeah, it's TV, man. I like TV. I like reality TV, man. I'm a sucker for reality TV. I love it.
There's a show that I enjoy called Smiling Friends, made by Michael Cusack and Zach Hadel. They are two. Here's a good topic as well. YouTubers or just people on the internet that end up making something great. That because I know you guys. I hear you guys all the time. Oh, YouTubers, they have no other plan besides only doing YouTube and stuff like that. They don't have a contingency plan for if YouTube were to shut down tomorrow or if something like this. But
when we say those things, we're saying these content creators that are like those little assholes that go around, they hit somebody and they run. And I'm talking about those assholes like that, just content creators that are.
But the thing is, people know that. They know that those people think that the money is going to only come from that kind of stuff. They know that they're not going to make. People know that people like Jack Doherty or neon. They're not gonna make it later on in life, but
that's what shoved down our throats, and we see that garbage, and it's just like, well, that's nonsense. So we think everything on there is nonsense, but that's why I enjoy when you show me somebody like that, or the guys that did, was it the back rooms and shit like that?
The back room.
Yeah.
He made Kane Pixels. I think that's his YouTube name, but he made just little internet things using CGI.
Yeah.
Using CGI.
Yeah.
And just on the computer making something great and just doing basically semi little horror movies, but in just little small clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that ended up making a great movie that ended up making like $130 million in the box office on the weekend it came out.
But like I said, I'm grateful for people like that are thinking outside the box. Because like I said, Hollywood has nothing. All Hollywood wants to do is reboot, and change the cast to
reboot or just keep the series going that should have ended.
Yeah, it should. But so these guys, I'm impressed with these things. Like you said, the back rooms is cool. What was the other one?
Obsession.
Yeah, what was the other thing? Where was that Asian guy in that hallway? He shows a video game. He was stuck in that hallway.
Exit 8.
Yeah.
But
I think pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, because speaking of Kane Pixels, he's making another video game movie called Portal, which is a great game made by a great company, Valve. But people are trying to get, because they're gonna make a Call of Duty movie. I remember that. It's been in the works for forever, but The Rock's supposed to be in it, and when The Rock's involved, it's not going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
And back to Smiling Friends with the people who made it, Zach and Michael. They were people just online using this website called Newgrounds, that were just people putting animations out or just just edgy humor back in 2008 and stuff, and putting their stuff on YouTube, and they made a show together and it's silly. There's internet humor in it, like stuff only I would get, that you would think, what's that?
Oh yeah.
Like, what's the joke there? And that's how. What's funny is you could think of it like my version of Family Guy, because Family Guy makes references to old movies or just a joke that only you would get and I don't get. I mean, I still laugh at it, but still, I don't get it. And that's what Smiling Friends is. They have internet humor. They bring in. The thing is, how do you feel about cameos? Just like.
Okay, movies.
Like in movies and TV shows, where I guess when we watched I Know You Did Last Summer, that reboot.
Where they bring the old ones back.
Yeah.
Well, see that, but that's the thing is, like, what I'm trying to tell you is like, it's like, we had this discussion before where I tell you is like, and I like it where they bring back the old people from like the 90s and shit. It's cool that they do that. It helps I don't know if it necessarily helps the movie, but it just I guess it's, I don't know if it's for, they making the movie for you, the new generation, or for us. Because for us, it's cool to see Jennifer Love Hewitt in that movie, or it's cool to see Freddie Prinze come back. It's cool to see those characters come back, just like with the Scream movies.
Well, I think you're kind of right, because it's a mix between wanting new people to watch it, but also having the old people come in. Because
we're still consumers. We consume a lot, movies and but like that, just like that, them and the Scream, like Matthew Lillard coming back, like. We look forward to those things because we want to see those characters come back, because those things keep those movies alive, man. Like those, we enjoy to see those characters come back. Like like I said, those when they bring back. I like those cameos because it's cool. It's cool to see them. It's like a nod to us, a nod to our generation.
And that's and Smiling Friends, they do that. They take a nod to my generation, because they had YouTubers that like voice like small characters, like. Not even like main side characters, even just pedestrians or something like that in the show that only show up for like 2 seconds, but you're like, oh, I know that guy, or like, oh, I know that voice. And they do that in shows and games and stuff like that. But it's really cool because you get to see it on the TV and just that. And when are the Emmys? I don't know when the Emmys are, but one of the episodes with it's no one special, but one of the episodes is winning an Emmy, and it's crazy to think that a show that looks like it's stupid, made for people who smoke weed all the time, he's making it to the Emmys on top of, with like big shows like South Park, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, all that. So it's great to see, you know, that stuff that I like can make it to the average person.
Now they still making these or what?
No, the show.
When did the show end?
The show ended like a few months ago because they said, you know, we don't want to make this show go on for so long, and it ends up stop being funny, and people hate the show and stuff like that.
It's like fucking The Simpsons and Family Guy. I think they should have stopped a long time ago.
They made a joke about that too.
Yeah, it went too long.
Yeah, I think the sad thing is speaking of The Simpsons, they said the show isn't going to end until one of the main family members die. Like until one of the main people voicing one of the family members are dead.
Oh, well, maybe. Yeah.
Because that means they can't do the show anymore. Because you watch the show, you think, I don't even know who voices Homer, but you know, the lady who voices Bart Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing with shows like that, because the lady who voices Bart Simpson voices like more than just him.
Right.
She voices that. What's it? The bully. What's his name?
Oh, Nelson.
Nelson.
Yeah. It's just like the reboot's coming back up, and this is the second season of it. Is the King of the Hill, and that's doing really well. Like I said, again, it's the thing. Characters that we want to see that from our time, from when we were kids, we want to see those shows come back, and they're coming back, man. Like that. You didn't like King of the Hill?
Oh no, I'm saying you didn't like King of the Hill, didn't you?
I didn't. I don't care for it. I didn't care for it before, but Jennifer, she shows it to me, and it's just like, you know, I love the premises of Texas. Of course, I love all that. It's just there's some characters I just don't care for. Like I don't like Bill Dauterive. I don't like him. He gets on my nerves. I like what you call it. I like Hank, and I like what Dale does when he does his Rusty Shackelford. I like when he does his little little side persona.
I like. For me, I like the look and the feel of the show, because when you look at King of the Hill, it's like it's like the art style looks warm, nice, and calming. And when they talk, you know, it just acts like a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just like a normal conversation. And that's what they do with the one show. I don't know if you've seen it before. Home Movies.
Mm-mm.
It's that.
I don't think I have.
It's, you know, that one show with the guy, the voice actor for Bob. He's like one of the main characters.
Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, Bob's Burgers. And it's the show, the way they described it, I remember they said they wanted to feel like an interview back in the radio, because that's like the first ever Adult Swim show.
Oh.
And they said they wanted to be like an interview on the radio or something like that. They wanted to feel natural. And when you watch it, it's like, yeah, you can like close your eyes and think this is just people on the radio talking. And
yeah, I've never seen that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised.
What's it called?
Home Movies.
Movies. Oh, okay.
TV show. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember those characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But they made it sound like an interview and stuff like that. And that's what I like about what were we talking about?
Before, I just never watched this. I guess it was, what year was it? 99? Yeah, I didn't get into the 99. I don't know what the hell I was watching back then.
A lot of shows coming on.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff, 2000s and stuff. Yeah, but no, I said we want to do this more. Like I said, we're gonna do this more. Like I said, it's a spin-off show of the 52. And I don't know, what else you got?
I think probably come in more prepared, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I came in a little
Not unprepared?
A little unprepared, but also prepared, and it's a little weird, but I'm excited to do more of these. Hopefully have more to talk about. Well,
yeah, we're gonna have more to talk about. Like I said, we're getting loose, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how we can find the happy medium. Like I said, you eat Uncrustables, right?
Yeah, I eat them a little. Yeah, I eat them when I can.
Well, Jennifer, mom.
Yeah.
Jennifer, she comes to me the other day and she started an argument with me the other day, and it was just like, because we were watching something. I watch a lot of sports because we're getting close to football season's coming back, so we're watching a lot of sports and paying attention to that. And Pat McAfee, he's involved, or he's got co-owner or part owner in the sandwiches like Uncrustables, but they're called jams. And they're supposed to be better for you, gluten-free, all this junk, And I like Pat McAfee. I like sporting because he's outspoken guy. He's a different guy. He's outside the box kind of guy. He's loud. I like a loud persona. I like his style. I like his show. I watch his show. He gives a lot of insight on sports. He gets a lot of solid guests on his show and whatnot, and I enjoy that. But anyway, so my point is, he made he's involved in these things called jams, and they're like Uncrustables, but they're a different thing. And they're square, they're not round, they're square jams. And, Jennifer said, oh, they taste like shit. So I tried them, they're not bad. Like I said, the peanut butter I think the jelly has more pop. But I think the peanut butter, she's right on the peanut butter. It's a little dull, it doesn't really taste like peanut butter. But I gotta give it to the jam the jelly in there has got a little more kick, it's got a little more fire than Uncrustables. But Uncrustables are gonna be king because they've been around forever. But I think jams has a chance. So if anybody has, check out taste the jams, let us know what you think. If the jams taste like shit or you prefer the Uncrustables. And
you might be lying. You guys might be lying for the camera.
No. Jams are pretty good, like I said. They're not bad. Like I said, I like the jelly. The jelly's got more punch than the Uncrustables jelly. But well, anyway, let me know what y'all, you like jams or Uncrustables. But
like a normal person.
Nah, you gotta give it a shot, man. Jams, it's outside the box, man. I like it. They're square. Anyway, that's all I got, man. You good?
Yeah, that's all.
All right, man. Well, we'll come back. We'll do this again, and so we'll punch things out every week if we can. We have time. We'll try to punch one out every week.
Yeah.
And get these in here, and like I said, we'll see. Try to figure each other out. I don't know who the hell you are.
I don't know who you are.
So we gotta figure out who we are. So appreciate it. Thank you.